All right, we're doing another house tour. Really, like, unexpected if you had asked me, would you be doing another house tour and moving just a couple months ago? I would have been absolutely no way. I was actually on the verge of paying off my portion of the mortgage on this house. And right as I was about to make the payment, I was waiting until the first of the month to make the bookkeeping easier. An opportunity presented itself for a house that has like an incredible garage, and garage space has been kind of a constraint at this house. And it just kind of happened. So I may have moved to a new house, and here's a sneak preview of the new office. I actually have shelves now to display things like my YouTube play buttons. It's very exciting. But one thing that has stayed the same is my continued use of YouTube Premium. I have been a paid subscriber myself since it was first released years ago, and I use it every day to listen to my favorite content ad-free while working on things like thumbnails for my own videos. Also, when I'm working out with the phone screen off and the app minimized, I'll listen to music or podcasts with YouTube Premium, which is very nice. And sometimes I'll go for drives in places with no reception, or if I'm rarely ever on an airplane, being able to download videos in advance and listen to them there is also just kind of a nice added bonus. So that's why it's very cool that YouTube Premium is sponsoring this video, because I get use out of it every single day as it is. And so can you if you're interested. By going to the link in the description, you can get a free 2-month trial of YouTube Premium yourself. And if everything else I just mentioned wasn't enough, as an added bonus, the YouTube Premium subscription fee is actually split between YouTube and the creators that you watch. So it's a really good way to additionally support your favorite channels. Maybe even me. Thanks to YouTube Premium for sponsoring. Check out the free trial with the link in the description. And now we'll get back to the video. By the time you're watching this, me and Cara will have long since moved to the new place, but thought we'd show you around here. This is the entryway. It's an older home. The last home that I was at was much more newly constructed. This one was built a very long time ago. It had since been renovated, but you can tell it's a less contemporary style, more mid-century modern, but I think it's a stunning house. So I guess, I don't know where we should start. Maybe we'll go just a brief thing in my office, because you possibly, what's up?
Show the entryway?
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. I guess we haven't
And we gotta close the door.
looked in that direction. This is the grand entryway. I should put on socks. I'm gonna put on socks.
Okay.
No, okay, well, we'll cut
Well,
that.
you lifted your foot into the frame.
How else am I supposed to put on socks? Like, just shimmy them at the bottom, and then you would have hand down and be like, what is he doing? Great, okay. So this is the entryway. If you saw the previous house tour, you'll probably recognize the same art. It was at the old house. And you can sit and put on shoes. There are the shoes. It's great. Grand entryway. I guess we can take just a quick peek into my office, because again, you might have seen it before. There is like an actual office tour video that I did, I don't know, maybe almost a year back. So here it is again, with more open windows that may or may not be visible out to probably blown out completely. But it's very nice greenery. I can kind of touch grass in here without actually having to physically touch grass, but it actually does kind of like lift your spirits a little bit, being able to look at nature out the window, and I won't get as much of that at the new house. Not one of the main things that I will miss here. We'll see that later, but this is the office. You can look at the tour video specifically if you want more details here, but this is where I am. 99% of waking hours. As you can see, coming off of the entryway, we have a beautiful set of windows that looks out into the gym. Another nice thing is that at the new house, the gym will actually be enclosed. I will say, it has actually been really beautiful and pleasant working out with just kind of the nature and the view. It does get the equipment very dirty over time though. The barbell is kind of rusted now. I have a second barbell that I still had from the old house. I've kind of been saving it So it's all pristine. So I'll be able to kind of switch over to that barbell when we get to the new house. So I will have a non-rusty barbell. There's going to be a lot of cleaning. Birds went ahead and made nests inside the safety bars on the squat rack. You get to enjoy all the elements of nature when you have the outdoor gym. But again, like it was nice on good days where it's not super cold or not super hot, and you get to just kind of enjoy looking around through nature. It was a pretty thing. All right, next we move on into I'm doing the tour for Kara's office, I guess. There's a bathroom in here. Just, I don't know, normal bathroom. Nice tiling all the way up. I like that. But otherwise, it's a bathroom. Okay. So Kara has the bigger of the two offices. The trade-off was I got the garage space, so Kara gets the big office. At least that's kind of how I thought about it. For those of you who are sensitive to snakes, feel free to look away. Someone left the glass open. Crikey, we got a live one in there. I better go rescue him. Oh wow, he's very docile. Oh my god, he's a beauty. This is a beautiful ball python. Incredible, look at the markings on him. It's very interesting. Oh, you scared him. So he's very interested in the camera, but then he really didn't like it. Okay, just in case there are people who are not big on snakes, I'm not going to do the rest of the tour with Soba around me. Okay, Soba, let's go back in, buddy. We've definitely never had any snake escapes where they've climbed into my closet and knocked over things in the middle of the night where we were wondering, what's that sound? Is someone breaking into the house? It's definitely never happened. And then him being lost the entire day definitely didn't happen. Setting up cameras in order to see if he crawls out in the middle of the night definitely never happened. And him making his way right back crawling into his terrarium.
This is a very specific scenario that
never
definitely
happened.
didn't happen.
Yes. Anyway, lots of snakes. And, yep, you like snakes. I like cars.
Yes.
One of them is definitely a larger thing and more expensive to store. So, I can't comment.
Here's my office, my setup. 3 monitors, of course. We've got the keyboard, very necessary for gaming. Mouse, wireless, very nice. Nice tablet for when I play Gartic Phone. And then we have my Mantis and my roly-polies.
Your Mantis is definitely like, I'm not too sensitive to it. This Mantis gives me a little more like heebie-jeebies
He is
looking at it.
very big. He might also be a girl, I don't know.
It's gigantic. All right. Well, from there, we'll move on to the living room is definitely my favorite part of this house. Well, it's like the living room in conjunction with the nature and the view. And unfortunately, it's like a very overcast, foggy day today. So it doesn't get to look quite as pretty and dramatic, but I will miss this living room. It's got like super high ceilings. It's really cool. This is actually like structural I-beams that go up and connect across the center, and then the wood joists, they connect into that, and it's just such a cool style. Ugh. It's really awesome. The new house, while again, very nice, beautiful garage, it does not have this like amazing interior showpiece that the living room is. Just a nice place to eat food while watching shows at the coffee table, and then the landscaping around. I don't know if we're blown out and able to see it, but just very nice. This dirt path that goes around the house, and you can do like laps around, which I liked. The old house was 3-level, multi-story on a hill. Whereas here it is just basically one big flat piece of land, but you still get the view, but you can walk around the entirety of the house, all on one level, open, and I thought that was just, I don't know, it's really nice and spacious and naturey and kind of the best of both worlds with the view plus the nature plus the single story. And anyway, just looks nice. So I will miss the living room. Anyway, what I won't miss though, okay, when you have, and this is probably a normal thing, I've just not had rug on carpet previously, and this carpet is like directional. And so when you walk on this, it'll like crinkle itself up, but it won't uncrinkle itself. I'm sure there is some kind of solution where you can do like Velcro or tacks into the ground. I just didn't want to bother with it. So just occasionally go uncrinkle. That's what you get with rug on carpet, I suppose. All right. Moving along to the kitchen. This is empty. This could be so many things. You could put the dining table here. You could do a breakfast nook. I almost thought that it would be cool to have like a built-in seating onto the wall and then a table, kind of like a restaurant booth. None of that ended up being able to materialize, and it's my fault because I had my big weightlifting platform here that was not suitable for outdoors. It wasn't really used. It was just kind of being stored sitting here for most of the time. And upon finally moving it, the whole thing with the new house ended up happening, and we never really made the most of this, so it's quite empty. Anyway, I really like the kitchen here. Kara is not as big of a fan.
No.
I think that the complaints are overblown, personally.
He doesn't cook.
I think it's a really nice island. The stovetop is nice. You have, yes, so it was interesting actually, when this house was listed and I saw the MLS listing for it, they actually only took photos of this part of the kitchen. And I was this close to completely disregarding the entire house because I saw all the other photos. I'm like, this is beautiful. I want to go see it. But what do you mean this is the kitchen sink? Like, this isn't going to work. What? How could you design this entire beautiful house and then have this kitchen sink? And it was like, okay, we can't. And then I was like, we'll see it anyway. And then lo and behold, we see the house in person and it's like, oh, okay, there's a second part of the kitchen they just didn't picture that actually has a proper sink in it. And I genuinely do not mind this layout. I know you are iffy on it, but I think it's fine. We got the main sink. There's a dishwasher here. All the paneling matches for the fridge and the dishwasher. I think it goes really nicely. And I know I don't really cook, but I like the kitchen. And it's big, it's spacious, it's nice. So that's my take.
Okay, but imagine this. Imagine you're cooking. You get the pans out of the drawer. You're cooking. Maybe you're using like 2 or 3 pans. And you're like, okay, time to clean up. Now you gotta walk all the way over here and you gotta wash your pans and then you dry them. Okay, you're done doing that. And then you gotta walk all the way back over here. And you gotta put them back in here. And then you're like, oh, I forgot a fork. I gotta go back over here.
You don't have to put the silverware in that drawer. You could put some over here if
But we put them in this drawer.
Okay, but like if you really are worrying about that, there are solutions to the problem.
Okay, but how am I gonna wash my pots?
There are such worse problems to deal with.
Sure. I do like the oven.
Okay, the other funny thing that I think is fine and Cara has the biggest problem in the world with. This, I don't even, like, it's a microwave, but it's like, it's a weird
like an oven microwave, yeah.
I'm perfectly fine with it. Okay, it has some weird quirks. Like, in order to work it, you like do minute plus and then just let it count down from a minute and take the thing out whenever you're ready. The inconvenient thing, and I've been fine with it, is you just have to hit on and off. So when you're done, you just have to hit off. If you don't turn it off, it'll like beep at you and be mad. And so every time the car is accidentally left it on and I go, hey, you forgot to turn the microwave off, she is angry at me.
No,
it's like the
angry at the
frustration.
microwave.
But the frustration at the microwave is redirected to me. I'm like, I just said it was, you left it on, and you're like, ugh.
And I'm like, dumb microwave.
I think it's a perfectly fine microwave.
It doesn't cook popcorn. I cannot cook popcorn in this microwave. I've looked up manuals online. Cannot cook popcorn.
There's probably a way.
No, there is not.
So, anywho, moving along to the garage. This is where the new house dramatically outshines this one. And you might see that to an extent just in like future vlog channel stuff, because I am planning still to do car content for those of you who are interested in that. I just have been bad at it for a little while now. Anyway, it's a standard 2-car garage, which is like the fine for 99.9% of the population. And even across LA, you will get homes that are listed for like $20 million. And me looking at not actually, like that's not in my budget, but just I'm looking at the listing, dreaming, right? And then I'm like, you built a $20 million house and you put in a 2-car garage? Are you crazy? But, you know, these builders who build these houses, they do their research. They know what people are interested in. That's just most people, $20 million house, 2-car garage, this is fine. I'm the outlier, I know that. But anyway, like it's a nice garage. It has a little storage space, and it's got an Ethernet switch that runs out to the offices, so you can have Ethernet there direct from the garage, which is very nice. And it's a garage. Anyway, but I don't do laundry often, or we don't do laundry terribly often. We let it fill up all the containers. We're doing it now though. But this is like the most beautifully viewed laundry room ever. It's so pretty. If you're just like over here, which I do need to transfer the stuff, but you just like, it's just so nice. You know, you're doing laundry and you're like, wow, what a nice overcast, dreary day today. We picked a great day for this, but oh well. Yeah, just a nice laundry room, a lot of storage, which is, the old house had like a ton of closets in it, which this house doesn't, but like what it lacked there, this makes up for it in having like the garage storage and the laundry room and a nice view out of the laundry room. Well, I guess we'll go back to the other side of the house and look at the bedroom. So this is now entering the bedroom from the going right from the entryway. And it's a very nice, spacious bedroom with a bed for roommates. Same one as the old house. And has a fireplace that we've never actually used. I've never done the key turn gas fireplace thing. The key is over at the other one that's in the living room. I'm sure it's really nice if you use it. It's like actually really, it's very different because at the old house, like the bed kind of just looked directly out at view of the city. But here, you just feel like you're in kind of a naturey forest when you wake up. The sun doesn't shine directly in because that's over to the east over there blocking, or the wall is blocking it. So you don't have to like draw the curtains or anything like that, which was like the old house. But we will have some deer and rabbits and grazing thing. This is the grazing path where they come up from the hillside and they'll do a little munching on some leaves and stuff and then head back down. But you know, we'll see coyotes, we'll see a bunch of wildlife like waking up to it, and it's kind of nice. It's very pleasant, very cool, and something that the new house will not have to that extent, right outside the bedroom at least. And then there is the pool out here. So just again, what I was saying about it's a nice large flat lot that just, you know, has a lot of room to walk around the perimeter. And unfortunately, I don't know if you can see on the camera, pollen season right now, and it makes the pool look a mess, even though I swear we do actually maintain it. And then this is the the bathroom with a bathtub that I didn't know that anyone could possibly use this amount that Kara takes baths, and a shower. I don't know, it's a nice bathroom. You can poo pretty good in here. and the closet. So that pretty much concludes the inside of the house, barring like a couple tiny little closet spaces, but I don't think that's terribly interesting. Kara has convinced me that we should do like some exterior, since it is very pretty and peaceful. It just feels like you're in a nice garden-y area. I don't know, it's probably pretty standard for people to have garden-y areas in many cases, but I haven't really previously. It's a lot of upkeep, but when it looks nice, it looks very nice. So, driveway, and yeah, I think the people who did the landscaping, they did a very nice job. Here is the very pollened up pool. It really, like, I didn't remember this happening last year. I don't know if it's the pine trees are just like, all right, it's time to propagate. And now we just have pollen. This isn't even the worst of it, man. It was really bad like a couple weeks ago.
It was.
Ugh.
We've never used those lawn chairs.
Oh well. Anyway, I think like here we can go this way because you'll get what I was saying about just the gym actually being like a really nice spot, even with the not ideal circumstance of the weather getting to some of the equipment. But like when you're just doing a workout here, and you can picture like a sunny or clearer day, and it's just a nice little area to be able to get your exercise in. So I think just this along the side of the house path going that way is one of like the prettier angles. And then it has a nice little deck to sit out on over there, which is also pretty cool.
Very pretty. Here's where we'd put a grill if we had one.
I mean, there is a gas line. It's ready to
Yeah,
go.
but we don't have a grill.
We do not. There's a grill holding the camera. This is, oh my god, crikey, there's a rattler right there in the garden. Oh my goodness.
You better go grab it.
It's supposed to be a deterrent to, animals that eat all of Kara's plants, which has been a whole ongoing story of the world's most expensive.
Oh. You can take that out. Or turn it around. Turn it the other way. Yeah.
That's the deer scarer. It didn't really scare the deers.
Look, my stuff has already been eaten. I just planted these like 2 days ago.
Crazy.
Ugh. Sorry for the sound.
It just ruins humans. It doesn't actually scare the animals who eat everything anyway. What a disaster. Anyway, it was like tomatoes and onions. The onions worked because nothing goes underground to get them. What a saga these tomatoes were.
Oh my god.
This entire setup here, all the failures of the tomatoes, the replanting, all costs combined, the tomatoes that were successful,
I had one.
the world's most expensive tomatoes.
I had one big tomato and like 10 tiny tomatoes. But I ate them all.
That's most of the home. A very, very nice place, very peaceful, quiet. You know what? I've talked about this so many times on stream. These stupid wabbits. I have never empathized more with an animated character than I have with Elmer Fudd. Bugs Bunny was the villain. Elmer Fudd is misunderstood, okay? Elmer Fudd was completely justified, and I need him. Actually, probably not, because he wouldn't successfully get the rabbits, but holy... We set out the traps. First day, first 2 days, catch 2 rabbits, right? After that, they evolved. They grew smart. They have not, there are still rabbits. They have not fallen for a single trap since there's food, delicious food inside of the traps. They know not to go for it. I don't know how they got this smart. They're rabbits. They're not supposed to be. Oh,
Yeah, I feel it.
crazy. Anyway, and on that note, it's time for us to end. Thank you for watching this year's house tour. Hopefully there won't be a new one for a very long time to come. I'll see you next time.